Shalom. First and foremost, before I give all praises, or Salakia, before I begin, I want to give all praises to Yahweh. I'm getting ahead of myself, Salakia. I'm a little excited. I'm in a good mood this morning, man. Before I begin, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Waharach HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom wa barakim to you brothers and sisters out there. Right, this is the brother Malachi from the Great Millstone Nashville branch. Lord willing that this lesson is edifying unto the elect. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough. It was just a brief topic that popped up in my head. I believe it's from Spider-Man. And I believe Peter Parker himself said it. After he had received, the superhero abilities. All right, he said, with great power comes great responsibility. All right, and that popped in my head because I started to meditate upon how this truth, this ain't no light thing. All right, to have the knowledge, the secrets given unto you, especially if you're set up to teach. All right, this is a big responsibility. You're set up to feed the flock. You're set up to go out to camp and to take, essentially, to be the example to the rest of the nation. All right, of course, starting with, starting first and foremost, with the apostles and the elders on down. All right, we're set up to be the examples. All right. This knowledge, even the most basic things that you learn in this truth, is beyond is beyond the minds of the people of the world. They don't even know the smallest things about the Bible, let alone the big ones. So we're truly blessed. All right, indeed we are called, which is why, and that's another a two-word phrase I like to keep in my mind. We've obtained this knowledge, but now we have to retain it. All right, because we've been called into this knowledge. So we've been obtained, or we obtained this knowledge. All right, we're learning it, but we have to retain it, meaning we have to keep it within us. We have to keep that crown on our head, continue to fight. All right, and what is a big way you do that? Self-examination. All right, I got a few that's on my mind. I'm going to get this one first. Second Peter 3:11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So, what manner of persons ought you to be? Meaning, how should you be conducting yourself, or how should you be? What is your mindset? What should your mindset be like? What should your daily conduct be like? All right, because some out there may treat it as such, but for us that actually believe, this is a daily thing. Being an Israelite isn't just us putting on a garment. That we're an Israelite 24/7. All right, not just on Saturday or during a lesson. All right, we actually believe and apply these words to our daily lives. And most of your daily routine in your daily life is away from the brotherhood, right? I mean, lessons, are 10 minutes to an hour. You read, you watch lessons, but majority of your day, you're what? You're at work. You're dealing with your household. But those are very crucial times to be conducting yourself in the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You see? So what manner of persons are you to be? When you read up, it's talking about that nuclear destruction. So understanding that, America is going to be destroyed utterly and judgment is going to come across the globe, period. What type of person should you be? To make sure that you escape those things. And I'm not talking about escape as in through your own will, but I'm talking about escape as in you get beamed up. You get placed into those chambers to let the indignation pass. All right, which is roughly quoted from Isaiah. Okay. What manner of persons, ought you to be? All right, I'm gonna get this next one examined. Second Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb. But you're supposed to examine yourself. All right. Yes, we pursuant to the law, Leviticus 19 and 17. We rebuke and correct one another. Iron sharpeneth iron. But we are to examine ourselves as well. All right. Really, first and foremost, Yahushua said to take the beam out of your eye, and then you can, worry about your brother's mote. Okay. You got to work on it. You got to fix yourself first, because otherwise, what are you? A hypocrite. And Yahushua said, woe unto you, hypocrites. All right. But it says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. There's guys out there that, look, the reality is, man, they're not really in this truth. They think they are, but they're not examining themselves. If they truly examine themselves, they would realize that the way they conduct themselves is not of the Spirit. All right, the out of order, all right, the backbiting, holding grudges, envious, high-minded, all manners of different qualities and traits. That applies to some of these dudes out here, especially these other camps. All right, and then as the apostle and others say, even some guys, there's some guys out there that are in Great Millstone that ain't right, all right, or that follow the doctrine that ain't right. Not everybody is who they portray themselves to be. Okay, and you don't want to be one of those people, so you have to make sure that you examine yourself. You have to make sure, because you know yourself. All right, brothers always say that. Look, I'm not with you all the time, man. You know yourself better than I know you. So you got to examine yourself. Because you can ask brothers, what can I work on? They can tell you some things. But, they don't know what you do in your daily life. All right, they don't know how your thought process is. Only you do. And then, of course, Yahweh Bashmam Shai. All right, but you want to correct yourself, man. You want to make yourself the best version that you could possibly be, the best tool that you can be for the Lord to utilize. Now we know Yahweh Bashmel Shai doesn't need any of us, but you got to show your usefulness for him to keep you around. All right, you're not going to have a company and have this employee that's just sitting around twiddling his thumbs. No, he's got to show me not why he deserves, but why I should consider keeping him around in the workplace. All right, to what I need to be shown why he's profitable unto me. Okay, I need to know how he's going to benefit me, how he's going to make my company better. All right, does he treat the other employees with respect? Does he come to work on time? All right, is he doing his duties? Does he get an attitude when I correct him, or does he accept it? And change. These are all things that you got to look at within yourself. All right, matter of fact, let me see if I can get that Greek word. What was that? 2 Corinthians 13 and 5, I believe. All right. G3985. It says pyradzo. Let me just play it, because I probably said that wrong.
Strong's G 3985. Pyradzo.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't hear anything. I don't know if brothers did, but pyradzo. All right. It says to try whether a thing can be done, to attempt, endeavor, to try, make trial of, test, for the purpose of ascertaining his quality, or what he thinks, or how he will behave himself. To test one's faith, virtue, character. Good definition. Well, matter of fact, let's look at the etymology. It says, examine, put someone to question in regard to knowledge, competence, or skill. Inquire into qualifications or capabilities. Inspect carefully. Scrutinize. Judge. All right, interrogate. So you got to do these things to yourself. You got to ask yourself what you can do better. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and get this, and then I'm going to close. So I'm going to get back to listening to this lesson. Plus, like I said, I just, I could feel the spirit was getting a little warm. I'm like, shit, let me just throw something on the grill real quick. Was that Philippians 2 and 12? Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right, so which realistically we can't even save ourselves. We look for the mercy of Yahweh Shema Shai, but you can't rely on another man's works and another man's character. You have to build your own. See, you have to walk this walk for yourself. You have to go through your own personal trials, which you don't decide that. That's already laid out, but I'm saying you got to deal with those. Now, of course, you get help from the brothers, and you go seek counsel, and don't get me wrong, 2 is better than 1. All right, but at the same time, you do got to prioritize working on your character. Okay, because sometimes and I'll speak for myself. I've had moments where I'm keeping my eyes are big as hell towards brothers. I'm like trying to help brothers out. Like, you got do this, or and it's like, when's the last time you looked in the mirror spiritually, bro? And I'm like, damn, I haven't, because a lot of times when I examine myself, I actually talk to myself, and that may sound bugged out, but I actually talk to myself, on usually, especially like in the shower, or you driving, some where you just have a peace of mind where you can just meditate and think, while you're listening to an instrumental or something. It's like, I need to stop doing this. I need to do more of this. Don't just look at things you need to stop doing. Look at things you need to add. All right. Like the beloved elder Ariala always says, focus on your strengths. All right. Don't really, go too deep into your weaknesses. Don't allow them to beat you up. Of course, now if you can, get better in those areas. Because the brother Amar from Cleveland, he had told me, it's important to be a well-rounded brother. So you want to try to be, solid in everything, but as Elder Ariella says, you have strengths. There's things that you're better at than other categories. So you have to focus more on those. That's what you're bringing to the table. So focus more on being abundant in that. All right, but Lord willing that this lesson was edifying. Before I close, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai. Double honors, of course, to the apostles, elders, the great millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom and a Bible ball.